listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and the big, the lovely, the married.
Oh, I forgot.
We've been gone for
I came here to forget that I was married.
We've been gone for a couple weeks since we left for Vegas for Momba's wedding, and then we got busy. Life happens.
I don't know about busy.
We got pretty busy.
There's something what really happened, Junkyard.
I got sick. I got sick the first as soon as we got back. I'm pretty sure I got the Rona, but I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny.
And then the other week?
My son was being a little jerk. So
What exactly was he doing?
he was just being like a whiny little cunt.
I don't think you're supposed to refer to your kid as that.
I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, if the shoe fits,
Right.
he's not going to coddle him.
So yeah, he was being a little dickhead. So when I got home, my wife was ready to kill him, and I kind of had to like defuse the situation and like take over.
Diffuse?
How old is he?
Like, were they about to fight?
A year and a half.
Like-
She was about to start throwing hands. I don't know about him.
Like, he can't even talk. Like, I don't understand. Like when you told me that, like yeah, I get it. You know, kids can be a handful, but like, dude, it's a fucking 1-year-old.
Stay with him for a whole day. See if,
can he walk?
yeah,
He can walk on his own now.
Yeah.
But can he talk?
I mean, he says some things, and he does a lot of yelling.
I can't imagine like the dexterity of a 1-year-old is like that threatening to the point where they can do anything.
Trust me, he can do a lot of shit. Dude, that motherfucker can do a lot. Like surprisingly, like he'll like you know what he likes to do now is fucking jump up on his stroller. Like he can get up, climb up on there, and he like he literally like starts he's strapping himself in and shit. And he's like, let's fucking go. I swear to God, he's like, let's go, we're leaving. And we're you're like, what the fuck?
Where does he want to go?
Out,
Just anywhere.
anywhere,
Anywhere that's not here.
Right. It's like, what the fuck? And like, yeah, dude, he can reach the doorknob now, and he can almost open it. Like if it's locked, but like
If
it wasn't locked, he can almost open it.
He can like jimmy it enough
Yeah.
to.
Dude, he's getting fucking that little motherfucker, man. I'm telling you. You think a 1-year-old, you always underestimate, but he can tell you how to get to the park. Like if you go the wrong way, he'll start yelling and he'll start pointing like, no, motherfucker, you're going the wrong way. Go that way. Or like when you get in front of the house, he knows which is his house. Like he'll point at where he lives. He knows what's up. Like yesterday, I went to Sunday, I went to my mom's house for Mother's Day, and as soon as I got out of the house, he's like pointing at my mom's house. He's like, there.
Oh, so he already knows where.
Yeah, he already knows where it's at. And it's like, damn, motherfucker, like relax. Yeah.
So he's a little know-it-all.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of somebody.
And this thing about
Kind of like one of those, the apples don't fall far from the tree type of things, right?
And the thing too is like, you know, fucking, even though he's little, he doesn't think he's little. Like,
So he's got like the Napoleon syndrome.
yeah, he thinks he can do everything by himself.
Man, what a chip off the old block, eh?
Junkie, are you describing your kid, or it sounds like
Now,
it sounds like you're looking at a reflection.
now you know how it feels.
Looking at an obnoxious little mirror.
Yeah, after
So now that you know what it's like to be around you, how does that make you feel?
after working with you for 4 years, now I hope you finally know what it feels
No,
like.
because he's different. He's actually got worse temper than I do. Like I don't really get mad that often.
Uh-huh.
He gets fucking pissed. He's more like his mom in that way. Like he'll lose it.
I think you underestimate how upset you get.
I don't.
The difference is that since you were kind of like, what's the word? Spineless. You just hold it in.
Oh,
You just like, oh, I'm so mad, but you won't do anything. See, he'll do something. So
Yeah.
he has a backbone.
does that make him dangerous?
Yeah.
It does make him dangerous.
That
Because Junker will get just as mad, but he'll like, ooh, I'm so mad, but he'll never say anything or do anything about it.
so the
He,
fact,
he'll hope someone else will do something about it for him.
Yeah.
But he will never do anything himself. his son is like, nah, fuck that shit.
So the fact that his son will be displeased with something, but is willing to say like, you know what, I won't stand for this.
Yep.
Because I am not a man that will fall for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man that will stand
For something. Because a man that stands for nothing.
Well, I don't know, because like the other day, so his my wife's friend came over and she has a she has a daughter that's like close to his age. I think she's like 2 or 3 months younger. So she runs all over his ass. But I guess like any man, he
That's
kinda
true.
just, you know,
I mean, that's nothing new.
like the other day,
That's
like,
to be expected.
like he doesn't like, you know, he doesn't like she'll grab him, she'll like start like grabbing his hair and she'll like pull on him, and he's like,
Man.
he doesn't like hit her or anything. He just kind of like stands there, is like, whoa.
Well, yeah, because he
the,
knows it's fucking 2023. You can't hit women.
Does the mother of this child listen to this podcast?
No.
What a little bitch then, huh?
The other, and then she grabbed him, she hugged him, and she kissed him.
So he got sexually assaulted, physically assaulted.
Yeah.
See, this is what's wrong with the climate in 2023. Like, a man can be physically and sexually assaulted, and we can't do anything
Yep.
because the law is not on our side.
When these things happen, like, do you guys react as like, oh, that's cute, that babies being babies?
Well, when she hits him and like pulls his hair, no. Like I'll be like, oh no, nice, you know, stop, like, you know, be nice. Whatever.
Whose
blah,
job
blah.
is it to say no?
Well, the mom says it usually before we do, but like if like she's not watching, or if she's like
Uh-huh.
doing something else, then we'll do it. But like, yeah, it's usually the mom's like, no, don't do that.
What if the mom was
But like when she hugged him and kissed him, like that was like kind of cute.
what if, like, well, the mom's
Even though he
back,
didn't like it.
back was
Ooh, do you think he likes boys? Nothing wrong with that, but hey, hey.
I mean, I don't know yet.
No.
I just even if he likes girls, like right now, girls are icky, you know.
What if while your back was turned
You know, girls are icky though.
Yeah. He doesn't want to get them cooties.
Nobody wants
and
some cooties.
the little girl did something, like she hit him again, and you were like, no, stop, don't do that, and then the mom was like, please don't discipline my kid.
No,
would you do?
She wouldn't say that. But if she did, I'd be like, I wasn't disciplining. I was just trying to defend my kid.
Yeah,
See,
but
that's
she
the
was
wrong.
like,
See, that's the wrong answer, Junkyard. The right answer would be like, look, either you handle it or I'm gonna handle it. That's the right answer.
Oh, okay.
But what do I know? I don't have kids, you know. I just know how to raise them and parent them correctly.
Oh, okay.
well,
see.
I mean, sometimes when you have a business or something and it's doing poorly, you need like a third party. You need a consultant.
Exactly. I am that consultant when it comes to parenting.
Yeah, like some businesses like Bar Rescue.
Yeah, I'm the John Tapper of fucking parenting.
What the fuck? Is he the guy that got kicked out? Who's the one that got kicked out?
Kicked out of what?
Like from their news.
No, he's not a news
No.
anchor.
John Tapper?
He's
Dude?
from Bar Rescue.
Bro, are you
Oh.
thinking with Carson Tucker?
No, I thought it was another Tapper.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Political.
But
dude.
no, John Taffer's the GOAT, dude.
Oh, Taffer.
Yeah, John
I heard
Taffer.
Tapper.
No,
I was like, I thought Tapper.
No, John Taffer's the GOAT.
Who's the one that got kicked out?
Fun fact, I have no idea. Fun fact, one of my favorite bars in New Orleans, Spirits on Bourbon, was actually a bar rescue.
Oh shit.
Used to be some like weird ass copy of that tropical whenever they do the grenades. Can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
So it used to be like a rip off of that. And they used to have like something similar, except it was like a chicken or something.
Yeah.
Or no, not chicken. I'm sorry. It was something weird, but it was basically just a blatant ripoff of the grenade place because I guess the guy used to work there.
Oh.
And then they had a falling out. So like, I'm gonna do my own. And it was like, bro, you're just basically like copying. So anyway, John Taffer's like, bro, what the fuck you doing? So then he's like, you need an identity. So he created the whole Spirits, the signature drink that lights up and shit.
That's a good drink, though.
And it is a good drink.
Yeah.
And I mean, it must have worked because it's still standing.
It is.
So, yeah.
So how is so we've been gone for 3 weeks?
When was your wedding?
April 22nd.
Dude, yeah.
It's been quite some time. Oh no, do I have to call it again?
No, I can hear you.
I mean, I could hear you like because you're
yeah.
in the room, but I cannot hear you through. Keep fudging with it. Momba, while he fixes that, continue.
Well, I guess people would like. I'm assuming people might want to hear about my wedding.
Yes. Start from the beginning.
So the beginning.
So you and Jen met.
That's how That's how I met my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but it was good, I guess. So leading up to it, I didn't really for the past year, I didn't really think of anything about it, and then like the month before, I just started getting really nervous of like, is everything gonna go right? Are people gonna have a good time? Are we forgetting something? Are we missing something? And it kind of started out like a little. Not it didn't start off wrong, but that Thursday, a lot of so my wedding was on a Saturday. A lot of people flew out Thursday. You flew out Thursday.
Yeah, I flew out Thursday.
You got there before anybody.
Yeah, I think one of our buddies got there. One person got there before me, but I got there like around noon. So I got there pretty early, like on Thursday, and I was.
And you had like no delays or anything.
I did have a delay. It was almost an hour, but it was like an in-air delay. Like I was.
Oh, you were in the air.
Yeah,
So
which-
you just couldn't land.
Yeah, which kind of sucked because I had allotted entertainment on my phone that was only for the flight. So after like I finished watching like the movie and listened to what I had to listen to, it was like fuck, I have another hour.
So you were floating around there aimlessly.
I was just like I was a man with no country. Like I didn't plan for this.
So you like specifically like timed it so I could watch
Exactly.
this.
I timed it so by the time the Dark Knight ends, we would have been landing. So we're like, all right, Dark Knight's over, and I look at how the little app tells you like when you're
Yeah.
gonna land. It said like 49 minutes or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, am I going to the right place? Did I get on the wrong plane? But no, apparently like it was just weird. But apparently a lot of people got delayed and a lot of
that's
weird shit happening that weekend.
That's what I was leading up to. There was an issue. Well, I think there was multiple issues. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear
yeah.
you just fine.
Okay. But I think the main issue for everybody was the weather that day in Chicago.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. It was raining all day.
And
Not if you left early enough.
so a lot of people's flight, like mine was only delayed an hour. Junkyard, how late was your flight delayed?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
But you got
That's not
there
bad.
late though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was just my flight time.
But it like worked out, I guess. Yeah, I only got there an hour. As soon as I landed, I had to go to the government, the Nevada.
State Athletic Commission.
Yeah.
The gaming commission.
Yeah, and
Let them know how much you're about to gamble.
also to touch on that quickly. So they have this office set up. It's the Secretary of State, I guess, where you have to go get your marriage license. And I like the whole time I was telling my wife, I was like, "It seems like a shady place."
It is a government institution.
Yeah, but like
It just feels shady.
the clientele that went there, like this one couple, they look like they live in a hotel, like not a nice hotel.
A motel.
Oh, a motel, yeah,
One
yeah,
of
like
those, and not even the nice extended day America ones.
like not a Motel 6, but like a Skylark.
ooh, hey, don't you? Well, actually, yeah, I have great memories of Skylark. Okay,
What's a Skylark?
Skylark Motel. It's a motel. It's
It's like a
Yeah, but where is it?
it's on
Harlem?
Cicero. It's on. It's no. It's
Oh,
on,
wait,
is it
that's
on
the one on
Cicero?
Cicero.
Cicero and Archer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on
that's
Cicero and
right.
Archer.
Yeah. On the corner
And-
next to Starbucks.
And it's great
Yeah.
because like you don't have to pay for the whole night. You can just go take a nap.
Go pay for an hour.
4 hours.
Oh, yeah, minimum's 4 hours.
Minimum's 4. Yeah.
But you're only gonna use it for
I mean,
3 hours and
You're only-
58 minutes.
what are you talking about? Yeah, you're only gonna use it for 3 minutes. But yeah, the minimum's 4 hours.
And like, does it have bed bugs?
I wasn't there long enough to find out. But yeah, good times. Anyway, continue. Skylark is great.
So yeah, we got my license, and then everybody showed up, and I had a gay old time.
I had a great time. I've been to Vegas like 2 times before, but I think this was probably like one of the best, probably the best. I think a lot of it had to do with like the fact that just like everybody was there. Like,
Yeah.
all of our friends were there. So, I mean, minus a few, but most of them, like, so that was pretty cool. Like, so there's always like, I like that people were always doing something. So if you wanted to do something, you had options of what you wanted to do and who you wanted to do it with.
Yeah, that was one thing I was kind of worried about, like going there. Obviously, since we're the ones getting everybody's going there for your wedding, and I was worried about like me having to spend time with my friends and family and my wife, like my wife's friends and family, like divvying it up.
We told you no. I told you no. I mean,
But yeah, like everybody was like, yeah, we're doing something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, do you want me there?
No.
No, not really.
I mean, we're there for your wedding, but we're not there to like hang out.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Like my mom and my siblings, I didn't see them till like a couple hours.
Oh yeah, did they go like the Grand Canyon or something?
Yeah, they all went to the Grand Canyon. Well, separately too. My sister and her family rented out a helicopter, which was not cheap, and they took a trip to the Grand Canyon. My mom rented a car, took a trip, and then they went to all these museums and shit. So I didn't even see them. I spent more time with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that Thursday night, everybody was like hanging out, and then I remember my wife went to sleep. She was like, "Ah, it's late. I'm gonna go to sleep," and then somehow we ended up at Fremont.
Yes, the first
Like,
night,
we
right?
went to like
yeah, we did.
Fremont at like 1:00 in the morning.
Yes,
I was like, I don't know what time I'm gonna get back.
You guys got back late as fuck.
we did get back very late. But I love Fremont though. Fremont's always like
Yeah, Fremont's
vibe.
pretty cool. That was well, I went to Vegas. This is my second time to Vegas, and that was the first time I went to Fremont.
I feel like Fremont is more like my people. like the strip is nice, but like everything's so like
Expensive.
Caesars and all like
Yeah.
the Bellagio.
Very
It's really-
touristy.
it's nice. It is
I mean,
touristy.
Fremont's pretty touristy. Too.
I mean, but I mean, yeah, Fremont is still touristy, but compared to the strip, it's like I don't know. Like I feel like when I'm in Fremont, I feel like I'm home.
I think the
like
way
these are my people. Like there's cheaper beer, there's live music, there's just people
it's
like
really fucking cool.
I think a way to describe it is like the strip is Wrigleyville, very big tourist attraction. A lot of younger people.
a lot of pipe swinging around.
Yeah, a lot of high swinging, and then Fremont is like Wicker Park, kind of dirty in some places.
Yeah, I mean it's not the cleanest,
But it has its
exactly.
It has its charm.
It has its charm, it has its appeal. Hit up to Fremont for what is it like? Is it $3 Coronas now? I didn't even get a chance to go in there,
Yeah, I didn't either. I
But-
forgot which bar it was.
but they have like $5. Is it $5?
They got liquor stores all over the place, so
Yeah, you could just go to the liquor store and buy.
That is true. That you can.
that's what I did. Just bought a couple
yeah.
of 24-ounce beers.
Is that what our friend was drinking, Alejandro?
No, he bought beer
Because
with
he
you
must have
guys.
bought. Because every time I saw him, he had liquor that was not purchased at the establishment that he was staying. He was like, that looks like he brought it from somewhere.
Oh yeah, he had a flask with him. I don't know, but I had a great time. This was my wife's first time going.
Oh,
She had never been.
how'd you like it?
Well, so she had like the most Vegas experience. Like if you
That is true.
Because like
Well, that's good though. Yeah,
Because like okay, so she gambled a little bit, not a lot. She gambled, right?
got her feet wet.
Right.
Did it spark anything inside her?
Right.
Like ooh, like
So,
Did
like,
she
when
say, "Now I know why you do this"?
So like you know what is Vegas known for? Gambling,
it's true.
weddings, like fucking special
Yep.
spur of the moment's weddings, right?
Shows.
Shows.
Prostitutes.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, mine is a prostitute.
Oh, okay,
She
okay.
didn't do the
So she didn't get the full
What
experience.
if she said that? She was like, I want to go all in.
Joker's like, I have no
But
choice but
she
to
saw
oblige.
she saw half naked men on the strip. You know those dudes that.
Oh, that's
are
true,
out
yeah,
there?
yeah.
So I mean, close enough, right? She buffets. We went to the buffet
Mm-hmm.
with you guys.
Oh, that was a really nice. But we'll touch on that later.
So that she got a buffet. We did 2 shows.
Oh, the shows were fucking amazing.
Yeah, we did shows. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck the wedding. I mean, everything. I mean,
So
she literally had like
the cabana,
the pool party.
the pool. Yeah. So
She had to literally like top to down.
Yeah. So
like,
so
Vegas
so I mean,
experience.
you pretty much set the bar pretty high for your wife because like she pretty much you're right. She did everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the place we stayed at was decent. I liked it. Like we actually got the room I got had actually a really nice view. Half of it was a really nice. view.
So
Like if I look this way, it was awesome. If I look this way, it's like ugh.
So-
But this way,
what we found out was
fucking
like
great.
the Flamingo is getting remodeled.
Yeah.
The place where you guys, the side that you guys were on, so
Yeah.
you and pretty much everybody else. There's only like a handful of us that were at the
Yeah.
other side.
On the non. Yeah.
You guys were on the remodeled side.
Yep.
We were on the old side. The
Yeah.
old side was not so nice.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, because go ahead.
No, because one of our friends was like, "Oh yeah, he was." But then again, he complained about everything. That I don't know why. He just likes to
Fucking
complain.
Chris?
Yeah, he just
Chris complains about
He just
everything.
likes to complain. So I think a lot of his complaints that he said I just took with a grain of salt. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure you're right. But now that you mention it, maybe you're right. But I do remember when I booked it. I even got when I got the confirmation. It says, "Oh, you're staying at the whatever room with the high roller view." And it's funny because when I booked, because we booked with that special code that you gave us.
Yeah.
It only gave us there's only like one option. it's either the two queens or a king, but it's the same size room. You can't.
Yeah.
It's that's the only one you had, like, which is fine. But it was like a normal room. It didn't. But when I look at the like without the code, like all the options, there's like a regular room, there's a high roller view, there's a remodeled option. Like you could choose, and the price that we got with you was cheaper than their cheapest option, which was actually really good. And it ended up being like kind of like an upgrade because I got the high roller view with a remodeled room. So I was, but then again, I didn't book like some people did, which was like 3 days before. So come on.
I booked ahead of time.
No, I'm saying
Right.
you, but like there's people that like were like,
Yeah.
oh, like I got a shitty room, like I'm on the 20th floor. I'm like, bro, you literally booked 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Like, how much did you think was gonna be left after everyone booked
I think it
from
was
that
just.
block?
I think it was just like luck of the draw, to be quite honest. Because like, so there were a handful of us that stayed on the other side, and
Yeah.
Yeah, because my mom, she stayed at the like the newer. I forgot
Yeah.
what it was called, but the newer section. It was. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, her room was nice.
It was. Shut the fuck up. that was
good.
that was pretty good. That was quick. I mean, the room that me and my wife stood in, it was like you could tell it was older. It had like you're not supposed to smoke in there, but you could tell like it had a faint smell of
Yeah.
cigarettes.
So someone smoked at some point.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably just stuck in there at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah, it wasn't like super. You could just tell there was wear
Yeah.
and tear, but at the same time, I didn't really care. I didn't spend a whole bunch of time in the room, except like maybe a nap.
I didn't spend the whole time in the room. But at the same time, like I don't know, maybe because like the first time we went, I stayed at the Aria,
Yeah,
so like the bar is already set.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
the Aria is like one of the nicer hotels
It
in
is.
Vegas. It is fucking beautiful. It's fantastic. The room's beautiful. Everything about it is like great. So going from that to the Flamingo, I mean, it's hard to compare.
That's true. But what
So-
about how much more expensive was Aria?
So I actually, you know what, that trip to Vegas, I looked because I wanted to see like now it's a lot more expensive. But when we went that first time, dude, I only spent $1,500 for the room and the flight. It was a vacation deal for me and Alejandro for the two of us. $1,500.
that was also
Damn.
2015.
It was 2015.
true.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
just shit has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because I looked at actually, I was just pricing hotels because I mean, I was still gonna stay at the Flamingo, but I wanted to see like, oh, let's see what happens if you stay over here. So I checked Caesars and I checked Aria, and like they were like significantly more expensive than the Flamingo. I think
So I was watching like I guess since we were talking about Vegas so much, before the trip, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg heard me through my phone, so they started sending me all these like
what about Bezos?
oh yeah, and Bezos, all of them, the fucking trifecta. So they all started sending me like these ads for Vegas, and like my YouTube algorithm went into like videos on what to do in Vegas, what to avoid in Vegas. And I'm like, well, I might as well watch them, So I watched a bunch of them, and this one guy was talking about how he like basically like lives in Vegas, and he talks about like he's been going there for so long, and he always talks about like where are the best deals, the best places to eat, what's a scam, and what's not worth it. And he just talks about how like it's just gotten like he compared like back in like 2012, 2013, the prices to go there and like to do stuff compared to now. Like he said that everything is like astronomically more expensive.
Yeah.
Like he's like back then like there was no such thing as a resort fee. Now everywhere you go has
Yeah.
like a minimum of like $50 resort fee.
I
Even
think
if-
ours was like 200 or 180.
For,
for
I
the
think it
Flamingo.
was like $40 a night.
Yeah.
Or something. It was like 40 something that I saw. But yeah, so he just thought about that. So I was watching. I'm like, man, he's right. So I thought, like, man, it is getting a lot more expensive. But if it's the thing that upset me, I don't mind if it's getting more expensive. What upset me is that it's getting more expensive, yet the clientele is not
yeah, dude.
getting any better. It's like
No.
you-
It's pretty. It's gotten pretty.
like you'd figure that like some of the the more undesirables would be not able to afford Vegas, but they're all still there.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. So like when we landed in Vegas, we got there like late as fuck, and it was like 1 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
you got there during the witching hour.
Yeah, and we walked down the strip. So we went to drop our stuff off at the Flamingo. Checked in.
Oh, you
blah,
actually
blah.
went to go walk
Yeah.
it.
Well, we walked because I wanted to go to Walgreens. I had to get water and I had to get some other
CVS.
shit. No, we went to Walgreens.
Oh, you
We
went
to
all
the
the
one-
way. Yeah.
We went
By
down
Planet
by
Hollywood?
No, not that way. The other way.
Okay.
There was another one on like before by the Mirage kind of.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
So we went to that Walgreens, and Myra's like, she's like, what? She's like, this is Vegas? I'm like, yeah. Or no, the first thing she asked me, she's like, so where's like everything like, you know, where you see in the movies, like all the, you know, like all the hotels and all the, and I'm like, this is it. She's like, no, but like, you know, the nice part where like everything where you see like, you know, like where the Bellagio fountain and
You're like, oh, let me take you, and then you turn around. Ta-da!
yeah. And I was like, well, the Bellagio's like literally like right there.
Yeah.
Like you could see it. I'm like,
She didn't
that's
see
Caesar's.
like Caesars across the street.
Yeah. But she's just like, oh. I'm like, you're here. She's like, I'm like, this is the strip. This is like, this is what you see. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why does it look so shitty? I was like, well, I don't know what it looks like. And then like in the morning when we left, she's like, oh, okay, well now there was daylight.
Yeah.
You know, and like less the type of people that were walking around.
Less
a little different.
all the
Less
all the
riffraff.
ghouls. Like
All the what is it? The underground city folk, the
Yeah.
mole people that live underground.
Yeah, they were all went in.
all the ghouls dispersed. Yeah.
Side note, for
So
those who
she-
don't know, there's a underground city in Vegas.
where ex porn star lives.
Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Go ahead.
So she walked in there today. She's like, okay, well, now I could see it a little more. Now it looks a little nicer, blah, blah. But then, so like, once we started walking around, she's like, okay, well, I can kind of see it now, but it's not what I expected. She's like, you know, in the movies and everything, TV shows, they make it look so beautiful.
I mean, that's everything. Does
I
she
know.
know that in movies Mexico is sepia? Is
I
a copper
think she
tint?
knows.
So is that what you see when you go to Mexico, John?
Yeah. Well, because I put on those
You
glasses.
put on your sepia glasses, like there we go.
Yep. So yeah, so she was like, at first she was like, ugh. Like, this is gross.
What did she think of Old Vegas then?
She liked it. She thought it was cool.
So was she like weirded out by all
She
the
liked it, but
meth addicts?
no, the problem with because we went obviously the last night before we left, so she was tired.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was- I mean, it
That's
was-
true. I mean,
So like she liked it, but she's like, you know, it's like this is something you got to do like right away
Yeah.
when you get there.
Or you got to like make sure you have a day the next
Right,
day to
right,
recover
right,
or just
exactly.
chill. Yeah.
or I
Right.
think like maybe not go so long.
Yeah.
Because
Well, we didn't go that long. We were only there for a little while. But the problem is, like I said, we had to wake up.
No, I mean like so many days because like
Oh yeah,
so
we went 4 days. Well, 3.5.
Thursday I stayed up really late. Friday we did the cabana all day,
Yeah.
and by the time like the sun went down, I was already beat. But I
Yeah.
And we went to the show after that.
yeah, I went to go see John Mulaney, and I was like starting to doze off. And then Saturday I had the wedding.
Tony was falling asleep at the Bellagio.
Well,
at
more
the-
power to Tony. Side note: Tony and some of our other friends stood up all night.
Yeah, we did.
I did not. I wanted to, but if I would have slept in, my wife would have been really upset at me.
Yeah, no, we did an all nighter. It was rough.
But and I know our other buddies, Chris and Turok, did it. But I would say it was more impressive that you did it because you got to Vegas before
Yes,
everybody. Like you got there
because they got there like at night.
yeah.
I got there like at noon, and I started.
So yeah, they were traveling and stuff,
Yeah.
but you were drinking from 9 a.m.
It was early. Yeah, I was pretty much on. I think by 5 p.m. I was on autopilot because we got there. I got there with one of my other friends was there. He's the only one there. So like, fuck it, let's start drinking. So we were at that with Carlos and whatever.
Carlos and Charlie's.
Yeah.
Charlie's, and they were having happy hour because right in time. So we got there, we're drinking there, and then we're like, fuck it, let's walk the strip because one of our buddies, actually a couple of our buddies needed distilled water for their fucking
Oh, their
CPAP.
CPAP.
So I was like, oh, can you get me some? Because they also weren't gonna get there late till like later on. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, whatever. I'll walk over to Walgreens. So me and my friend, me and Moises, we went to CVS, and they were out of distilled water. Like fuck. So like, well, you can try the Walgreens. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure they have it. So we walked over by Planet Hollywood, and that Walgreens did have it. So we're walking back, and it was his first time there. So he's like, like taking in all the. He's like, oh, it's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah. Just he's like, oh, like these guys gave me these cards. I'm like, you don't want to call those cards. Trust me, like that's a scam. So I had to explain to him how that worked, or it doesn't work at all. And then he's like, oh, let's get one of those people because everybody was drinking like those daiquiris.
yeah.
Oh, those big ones. Yeah.
Those big ones. So I'm like, all right, let's get one. It's like, oh, which one should we
How much
get?
are those, by the way?
So we get there and they're advertised at I think they start at like $26 or $20 or something, which
Yeah,
is
that's not terrible.
and it's not terrible. And it's and the smallest size that they had at the one we went to was 32 ounces. That's the smallest, and it was actually
That's
like
pretty big, yeah.
That's the smallest. Then they had like a 40 and like almost 100 ounce, like fucking massive. I'm like, yeah, if we get that, we're not gonna make it the rest of the day. Like this is a marathon. This is like we just got here. So he's like, all right, let me. So he's like, all right, let me get to the
30 ounces.
to the 30 ounces. Like, all right. He's like, oh, like if you make it a double. First he asked like what kind of liquor he wants. Like, oh, let's get tequila, Patron, whatever. It's like, okay, do you?
So hold on. So I see they have the machines, right?
Yeah.
So they're not pre-liquored. They pour
More, yeah.
or they add to.
They add more, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So that one's like, yeah, like they add an extra shot. So like
gotcha.
they give you like little like pipette or whatever. They
Yeah.
throw it in there. It's like, oh, you get an extra shot. So like we got that one. Like, oh, it comes with one, but if you buy another, you get a free Jello shot to go with it. So it was like, well, why the fuck not? So you get this big ass fucking thing with like 2 extra shots of like tequila and like a Jello shot on the side.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, well, we fucking pounded that, and this is after Carlos and Charlie's. So yeah, after that,
So how much was it?
Yeah. After all the upgrades,
Yeah.
it was like $50 per
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
That happened to me once.
So with so it was like 90s. Oh, it was like probably let's say $100 for 2 of them.
that happened to me a few years ago when I went to Vegas with my then girlfriend. She was like, "Oh, I want one of those daiquiris." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll get one too." And then I ordered the biggest ones. They didn't have any price, or I didn't ask. I didn't see. And then they were like, "Yeah, it'll be $100." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I don't know how you like them, but they're the worst because the alcohol to slushy ratio is like too big. So
Really?
Wait, what do you mean? Like it's not enough alcohol?
for me it was like, and you're just after a while you're just drinking this and it just turns to sugar water.
Oh no! Well, we drank it before any of it.
Oh
melted.
yeah, okay. Well, that was probably smarter.
Yeah,
than
we pretty much like drank it before it all melted, and no, it was actually like it was pretty. They were pretty strong. So yeah, they didn't. That's the good thing about this one. I guess they didn't skimp out because I read that at some places like
they do.
they completely like. But no, it was actually really good. I think it was like it was mango and pina colada. It was actually really good. So no complaints. It was expensive though. It was like,
Everything, dude. I spent when we went to the pool party, or the cabana.
The
whatever
cabana,
it's called,
yeah.
I bought some drinks, some mixed drinks, because Myra didn't want like they had like seltzers or whatever, but she wanted something different. She
Yeah.
wanted. So then I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy myself. I haven't had a mojito in like years, so I'm gonna get a mojito, and then I got her something. I forget what I got her, and it was like, dude, I spent like fucking like almost $100 on those 2 drinks. I was like, what the?
Do you
fuck?
remember? Do you remember the last time we went when you were at the Aria and
Yeah.
you took us to the Aria to the pool?
Yeah.
Do you remember we bought like a bucket of Coronas at the pool?
I don't remember that.
I
So,
don't think he
do
was
you-
there. It was just me.
No,
you.
I was there.
Yeah, because he's only got us in.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't get in without the card.
Because
Yeah, I was there.
Because
I just remember.
I remember because he was because remember we were gonna go to the pool at Planet Hollywood, but I was like it was like really packed. I was like,
Yeah.
this is like, I mean it's funny because you could like from our room you could see,
You
the,
could see the
pool,
pool.
and you could see like just how dingy it was compared to like the other pools because there's so many people there, and it's like yeah maybe we shouldn't go to that one. So then Junker's like, oh, why don't you just come to the Aria? I'm like, yeah, but there's like 10 of us or whatever, however many of us. Like, do you think they'll like let us all in if you're the only one with like fuck it. So we show up like fucking like 10.
Yeah, I just showed him my card, and
they're like here like he's like, oh, they're with you. He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, go ahead. All
yeah,
right.
they didn't care.
They didn't give a shit. So yeah, so we go there.
As long as you have a room key.
yeah, as long as
at least
one
somebody's
person
staying
has a room
there.
key, you can
Yeah.
have a plus 10. So anyway, so we all go to the pool, and one of our buddies' pants was like, oh, let's get some beers. So like, oh, let's get a fucking bucket. There's a couple of us here. I think the bucket was like $80.
Holy.
It was a lot.
Yeah, but at least you got a few beers. I got one drink.
That's true, but it's like, but still, and this is back in like
2015,
This is 2015, so adjusted for inflation, it's
That's a lot
about
of money,
$100.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
But
Yeah, everything's so fucking expensive. Dude, I think I blew easy $2,500 on that weekend.
I don't think well, you spent for 2 people, so
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously.
so that
You know what I thought was really expensive, but I think was worth it, was the buffet.
well, that buffet was fun. I love that buffet.
I
At
think it's worth
Caesar's.
it if
Yeah.
the thing is, I think it's worth it, but you have to be prepared. Like, I mean,
Oh, I was ready. I was ready.
I felt like I was because I
Compared how?
like
Like
to
not eat for the past previous 2
no
days.
no because if you don't eat, I think you fill
no,
up
yeah,
faster.
you fuck yourself up.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like yeah, you just have to like I tried my best to like eat as much as I could, and I felt like I didn't eat enough. I felt like I didn't get my money's worth.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was
Yeah.
really good, and the selection was great. But I feel like I couldn't. I feel like I should have done more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's expensive. I mean, it was like 100,
yeah,
100 bucks.
You feel like you left money on the table.
Right.
You could have done more damage.
Yeah. I feel like I should have gotten more.
Yeah.
But but I got full, man. I mean, like I tried a little bit, well, everything, but I tried a lot.
I did, yeah. That's the one thing I did try. I did have a variety. I think I tried everything. Everything I wanted to try, I did try. There were a few things I skipped on only because it's like that's like shit I have all the time.
Right.
It's like
Yeah. Just so you guys know, I didn't get a burger at the buffet. I know they had some, but I didn't get
There
them.
were things that I wanted just to literally just try, like literally just take a bite out. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna, I knew I wasn't gonna finish it. I
Yeah,
was like,
you
I
should've.
just
Just put it
want to,
back.
I just want to like bite it, put it back, bite it, and put it back.
What are they gonna do?
So that's what I did. Like I got a few things. I'm like, I'm gonna try a little bit of everything, even if I'm not gonna finish it. I'm just gonna be like, let me take a bite.
Yeah.
Let me try it. There were some things that were really good and some things that were pretty shitty. But I mean, like I said, most of it was good. But like there were things that were like,
yeah, like there were some things like I tried their gumbo and
Yeah.
it was decent. It was decent, but I was like, after having actual gumbo from New Orleans so
Right.
many times, it's like you kind of like I'm like I should have known better. I should have just skipped this.
yeah.
But
I got a Mexican style hot dog, and that was
you know what was really good? And it was all the way in the corner where they had like all the stuff from like the little like the steamed buns.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And they had a bunch of like not Chinese food because they had Chinese food somewhere else. It was like Korean or something
yeah.
or
They had a combination. They had
some type of Asian.
Korean. They had Japanese. They had like all sorts of different.
There you go,
options.
Japanese. I think it was Japanese.
I ate a lot of sushi.
They had a lot of good
Oh,
shit. The sushi was good.
Sushi was good.
The sushi was good. Their meats, like the prime rib.
Oh, the
and
prime rib, yeah.
There was that other
I heard-
the
I
brisket.
heard-
The brisket was really good too.
I heard the brisket was really good, but I skipped on the brisket because I just doubled up on the prime rib.
No, the brisket was really,
I had
really
a prime
good.
rib and the brisket.
Yeah, they were both really good. I think I just prefer brisket, so I think I
Yeah.
like the brisket better. But they were both good. Those
And
were fantastic.
I personally also really like the seafood. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
are
the
into
seafood's
seafood.
good. Yeah, I love seafood.
The crab legs were really
crab
good.
legs were good, yeah.
I like that they were pre-scored, so it was easy to just
Yeah, you just break them open.
like boom, like yes. See,
Yeah.
this is efficient.
yeah,
I
the
like
crab legs
it.
were good. The shrimp was good. There were a couple of like the Asian dishes I tried that were like left me a little like. Some of the desserts were good. Some of them were not so good.
Yeah, desserts were either like this
They were
is,
hit or
this is the
miss.
best, or like
Or-
this
or,
is
yeah,
this is
like-
mid
yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, but like I said, for $100, like I think what was that $100, right?
I mean, I think
It
all
was,
the
yeah.
stuff. If I would have went to a restaurant and ordered all that stuff, it would have been more than.
Yeah, so
well,
it,
yeah, obviously, but I'm saying
so,
like,
yeah, it was, I think
like
it
I
was,
said, I feel like you gotta go all in. Like I feel like I tried to go, but I just couldn't. I felt like I hit a wall, you know?
Everybody hits a wall on it once in a while.
yeah.
No, man.
But you know, I really like the buffet. But also, my favorite part, I think, I really enjoyed were the shows. This is like this is the third time I've been there. I've never been to a show before, and it wasn't until you suggested like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
And man, that thing was like
Cirque du Soleil was fucking awesome.
that was fucking awesome.
the only thing I was disappointed.
Fucking
We went to go see O.
magical.
It's water / air / like land. Like it's a bunch of acrobatics. But like because I saw reviews on the other shows.
Yeah.
And some of them have like a storyline. So I expected this to have like a storyline. So I mean,
There was a story. That guy lit himself on fire. There was a guy sitting there, like he was sitting in a chair reading something, and he was on fire.
yeah.
And the other guys were like, everyone was dancing around him, and he's just chilling like this, like I'm sitting down, on fire.
Pretty sure that's not a story.
Yeah, the story is that he's on fire, bro. I don't know. I thought that was freaking cool.
It was. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was fucking
Yeah.
amazing. It was beautiful.
I just want to know where the fuck they find these people. Like, can you imagine like applying like, oh yeah, we're looking for acrobats, and we also need you to be like an Olympic diver and swimmer and dance. I'm like, what the fuck? Where? Where do you? But yeah, that was really good.
But it was fantastic. And I went to go see Shin Lim, a magician.
Schindler's List?
Not
That's
Schindler's
weird.
List. Shin Lim. He's a card magician. So he has like another guy with him. I forgot his name. Some Irish dude. He's like a mentalist type person. Like he tries to like mind read you.
Chris Angel.
Not Chris Angel.
Would you have gone to see Chris Angel?
No, I fucking hate Chris Angel. Chris Angel's terrible. I wanted to see David Blaine. David Blaine is my fucking favorite magician of all fucking time, and he was there he was there the week before and the week after.
Oh, really?
So we literally just missed him.
What if that was one of his tricks? He
disappear?
he wasn't there when you needed him the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what makes him the greatest?
I guess
You expect him to be there and he's gone? Oh shit!
my wife suggested that we go either before or after again, like in addition to his wedding, and I'm like, nah, I can't justify that kind of money. Like
She
spend
was
that
like,
much
she
just
was
to
like,
go see
start
David
saving.
Blaine.
She was like, start saving up.
I mean, I love the guy and I love his magic.
Well,
But
start saving.
I'm not got the money.
Damn.
I'm just not gonna.
This guy
I just can't justify going.
must be nice.
Go
Must
see-
be nice.
And plus, I got so much other shit. I'm going to a fucking wedding. I'm going to a wedding in Mexico at the end of next week. I got another wedding possibly this year in Mexico.
Who else getting married?
Myra's one of her best friends. And then I got a wedding in Michigan later this year too. I already booked my room.
Hey, you're in demand.
Everybody's going. Oh, and then we got another wedding later this year too. Friend
Yeah.
Pancho's getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
So that's here. So yeah, but still, I mean, it's just everybody's getting married this year, so it's tough. It's tough to. I can't justify spending the cash. And then on spring break, I went to Mexico just because I wanted to burn days. You know what I'm saying? So, but the good thing about Mexico is cheap as fuck. I don't have to spend, $3,000 like I did in Vegas. Mexico, you pay what?
Is the fee
400
frozen or is that just?
Oh yeah, it's frozen. You pay I'll get it back up. You pay $400 for to go to Mexico or whatever, and then I don't have to pay shit once I'm there. Besides like food.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a cheap option.
No, but yeah, the shows were. Oh, we also saw Absinthe, which is that show that burlesque show
Yeah.
by Caesar's Palace. That was really good. That was actually really surprisingly really good. It's a little small, like the area, so I was a little like, what the fuck is this? Because it is, but like no,
Like,
like
it's
they
a small room.
the venue, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a tent, like a circus tent that's outside of Caesar's,
Yeah.
and they just have all the seats around, like and. But it was actually it was really good. Like it was definitely worth it. So,
I also saw a show. I went to go see John Mulaney. He's a stand-up comedian. I think it was good. I think the only problem is that I saw him on Friday right after we did the Cabana, so like which was like 6 hours in the sun, maybe more.
oh yeah.
And then while I was at the Cabana, I also drank a lot, and then I may or may have not popped an edible,
Ooh.
which may or may not have started kicking in
A chain reaction.
as I was at the show. So I got really
Oh, yeah.
sleepy. But like
Yeah.
the tickets were it was like $75, but it was on Ticketmaster, so you could double that because of the fees.
Oh yeah.
But like the venue that they had it at, I forgot which hotel it was. Anyways, it's a hotel I've never been at, but it was like a theater, but it was really
That
small.
was at the Win, wasn't it?
The Win, okay, yeah. And it was really small, so I was pretty close to the stage. And I think he's hilarious. And it was nice to finally see him because my wife always been wanting to see him. She's like, she loves that guy. Maybe if I didn't do the edible, I would have laughed more because like once the curtains went up and like they turned on the lights, I started like I couldn't pay attention. I was like, I'm aware of everything now. Like I don't feel right.
You're too woke.
Yeah. I was like, this edible is making me a little paranoid.
Wouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't like once it kicked in, shouldn't you have found everything hilarious?
Yeah, but I started feeling funny. I still laugh though.
Yeah.
And then the next day on Saturday, it was my wedding, which was
Yeah.
pretty nice. Our friend Pika said it was a great wedding because it was efficient.
It was actually very efficient. It was like we get there, like, all right, this is how you're gonna line up, this is how you're gonna walk in, this is what they're gonna say, this is what I'm gonna say, then we're gonna take pictures, then they're gonna take pictures, and we're gonna keep it moving.
That's true.
Like, yes, sir.
I think what like helps is that it was all in one place. Because like when you usually go to a wedding, it's like
That's
you got to
true.
go to the church, and then you got to drive to like usually like a place where they're gonna have this
The reception.
But like here, obviously you're in like one building. You know what I'm saying? So like you just walk.
Yeah, the reception was literally.
I thought it was
down the
hilarious
hall.
because I was talking to our friend Chris about it, and we were talking about your wedding. He was like, "Oh yeah, it was really nice. like it was like how it was at the garden or whatever." And he's like, and then Chris was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "It was just really short." I'm like, "Yeah, because you showed up halfway through, so of course."
It seemed longer for me because I had to be up there the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I had to stand up there by myself, wait for it to start. So it felt longer. But when we got home and we watched the video, because they recorded it, I think the whole thing, the ceremony was like with you guys walking in and then my
Yeah.
wife walking in, and then after we said our I do's and everything, I think it was like less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that sounds about right.
that's normal for like if you're not doing it in a church. Like when you're doing it like somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal because like in church they do all this like
Yeah, they really.
they drag it out. They got all you gotta do the fucking communion. You gotta do all this other bullshit. So
they really want to increase attendance at their churches.
Yeah.
By
so like when you do it like because I've officiated a few times and it's usually and that's what couples want in most cases. It's like I don't want to be sitting there for an hour.
Yeah.
Just fucking 15 minutes in and out. Let's do it.
yeah, we know why you guys came.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
came here for an open bar.
Yeah. God knows why we're here.
You mean for
No
the
need
cash
to
bar?
drag it out.
Cash bar.
Oh, that open bar also was clutch too. I think the
The bartender was he was pouring it thick or heavy.
yeah,
That guy, not to cut you off, but that guy was great. Cause so
I
I
was about to say that. Yeah.
I only had 20s on me, and
I gave him $20.
No, I'm pretty sure we tipped him well because I gave him a few dubs.
I gave him I think $40 altogether, and I don't know if it's because I was a groom or if it's because like I gave him $40.
No, he was pouring it.
At one point, I was like, "Hey man, can I bother you for the Modelo?" And he responded, "Fuck yeah, man!" I was like, "Oh shit."
Like
Yeah.
I started drinking beer, but I'm like, man, I'm not getting drunk fast enough. I'm trying to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna switch to liquor. So I went to my fallback. You know what it is?
The amaretto.
No,
Amaretto sour.
no. We used to always drink at Crowbar,
The rum and coke.
Jack and Coke. Yeah,
Oh, Jack and Coke. Yeah.
yeah. So I went straight to Jack and Coke, and he was fucking pouring
Yeah.
in Jack. Well, it wasn't
No,
Jack.
it
It was
was.
Jim Beam, but the same shit.
Yeah.
It was Jim Beam and Coke, and he was pouring it. I was like, yeah. I still didn't get drunk, but
Yeah.
I was more drunk than I would have been on beer.
I like how at some point like he got tired of like I don't know if he got I'm not saying he got tired, but I'm like he figured it'd be more efficient to just have shit queued up. So he just like
he did, yeah, he had some shit
so he
queued
just
up.
had some shit like so we go to like he was like just take whatever you want. If it's not here, I'll make it. We're like all right, just fuck.
I was
and
doing
he
it.
just kept him going.
Yeah.
Because they had blended margaritas.
Oh, those
pretty
were actually,
good.
Those were actually really good. Yeah,
I
did like those.
tried one. But I mean, I like margaritas, but I don't like that. I don't like it too sweet. They're a little too sweet for my taste. But that's just me. I mean, I don't like really sweet drinks.
It was a nice venue. It was on the second floor of
Yeah,
Margaritaville.
you view the strip.
Do you think he was surprised that the open bar was for 5 hours and we used every last minute?
Yeah.
Like up until the very end when it was last call, and I think he was even cool about it because even after last call and like the lights were on, he was still like
Yeah, he was still pouring.
He was still pouring.
I went up to him just after last call, and I got 2 more Jim Beams and Cokes
So from
before we left.
what I heard from my wife is like, so when we were first doing this, there was different packages. You could do it 3 hours to like I think 5 hours was the max. At first we did 3, and I was like, if we're gonna make people come all the way to Vegas, I don't want to, because like 5 hours went by fast.
Yeah, it went by
me.
pretty quick.
I mean, it
It
did.
went by fast. It
It
went
would-
by fast.
so if we did 3 hours, I couldn't imagine how quick that would
It would
have
have been like an hour.
Yeah. So I'm glad we did the 5-hour package, but from what I understand, I didn't hear it. I think I went to the bathroom, but my wife said that she overheard the servers talking to each other, and they were like, "How long is this?" They were like 5 hours. They're like, "Man, these people are going to be drunk by the end of it."
No.
I'm assuming is like, do people not do the whole? 5
No, I
hour?
get they don't.
Probably not.
They only do the 3 and they get like tanked.
Oh,
They don't
okay.
know that they don't know that your crew is just a bunch of alcoholics.
But nobody really. I mean, people got drunk.
we got-
Nobody, but nobody
no,
nobody
no.
got fucking blasted.
No,
or
nobody
like
got blasted.
ignorant or anything.
And it wasn't for lack of trying because
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were trying.
I would definitely was trying, and I just.
I mean, I did get a good buzz, but I waited till
Yeah.
after we did the entrance and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I fulfilled all my obligations as a groomsman. Now it's time to get tanked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't like a trying. I just couldn't get there for some reason.
Yeah.
Once people started like dancing and it was like more of a party thing, that's when I started drinking more. But I don't know if it's because I was dancing and it burning it out of me, but I was like, that was fine. If anything,
Yeah,
by
it
the
was
end of
alright.
it, I was more tired than it.
It was I think it was just you just came to the realization that you were married.
Yeah.
And that was sobering. You're like, oh shit, what did I get myself into?
True, but at the same time, people have been asking me this since then. They're like, "How's it feel to be married?" I was like, "It's the same thing, except that."
I have a piece of paper to prove it.
Yeah, because me and my wife were living together for 5 years before we got married. I was like, we went home Monday night and did the same thing we did for the past 5 years, except we had to pay a lot of money to do it. Other one of the funniest parts. So originally we didn't get a DJ. My wife was like, because we were like being cheap, and she was like, "Oh, we could just use a an aux cable and plug our phones in, and then like a few months before the wedding, I was like, I don't want to do that shit. That's gonna be annoying. So I got one, but I got the cheapest DJ I could find, and he definitely was the cheapest DJ I could find.
That guy was fucking annoying.
It was, but it almost kind of made it more fun. So
Made it memorable.
he
Definitely made it.
I had no problem. He was. I mean, I whatever. But he did play some bangers, so that's all
he
I really cared
did.
about.
I think once he got the vibe of what
Yeah.
everybody was enjoying, that's what he stuck to. But this guy was like, he wore a black shirt with gold sequins on it. And the funniest thing that he did is that after not every song, but some songs,
He started singing.
he would start like The Weeknd, I Can't Feel My Face or whatever. He would like fade the song out a little bit, and then he would add his voice to the track to the chord. I don't know why he did that, but
Yeah, did he know that nobody in your party was a producer?
Yeah, no, none of us were-
you're not gonna get discovered, man.
none
Not
of
here.
none of us were music execs, so I don't get it.
It's like he sang well either. He was just karaokeing along with the fucking music.
But it made it funny. Now, my wife was upset though that he like just butchered everybody's name.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was funny.
I
don't
did too. Like
I mean,
I wasn't upset about it.
I don't really care.
I was
but
a-
I can see why she'd be upset.
Yeah.
But
I was annoyed by it just because like I was a wedding DJ
Uh-huh.
at one point, you know, and I've done like I did like 100 weddings.
Uh-huh.
And like
could have been 101.
hearing him, dude, it was seriously for me like as somebody that did it,
Uh-huh.
and I took my shit seriously because it's somebody's wedding. Like one, they paid you, you know, usually a lot of money. Like even the cheap DJs are pretty expensive. They paid you a lot of money. It's like this is like their wedding. This is not in some cases this is the only time they're gonna do it. Obviously, they don't always do it. You know, do it more than once. But like, you know, this is like it's a special occasion, and there's like your loved ones are there. It's like, you know, like try not to fuck up. You know, try to like put your effort into it. And I just feel like in him just like butchering everybody's name and then like singing along with the fucking music. I was like, man, dude, fucking.
So you're
So
like-
you're
like
critiquing
being-
it from somebody who's in the biz,
Right.
or was
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, fucking be a fucking professional. Like, stop being a fucking like dickhead. I understand you're maybe the cheapest fucking DJ in Las Vegas, but it's still not fucking cheap. Like, they're still paying you money, and it's still somebody's wedding. Like, dude, fucking be a fucking professional and do your fucking job.
I should have known how it was going to be from somebody whose last name is, I don't know if it's your last name, but it's listed as Steele. So what were you going to say?
yeah,
No, I was gonna say like you're right, like he did like how he was just like mess up the names and like some of those names like all right, I get it like yeah like but he fucked up like some very common names. I'm like bro,
but the thing too
come
is, like,
out of all like come on, how do you fuck up Martinez?
the thing
Like
too is like,
I understand it's Latin, you know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it may not be, you know, from your neck of the woods, but bro, like it's not that hard to pronounce Martinez.
but he was like, I got this list like, you know, 5 minutes ago. He even said that on the mic. I'm like, bitch. I was like, if you were anything good, you would have got this list a while ago because you would have thought about this, and this would have been in your fucking like list of things to do.
What
Somebody
is
you
your
would've
first
asked.
wedding?
That is, I was
Right.
kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt, but that is true because he had a website a link that he sent us, and you like put the itinerary, and we did put the names, but it wasn't until like, yeah, I guess he was kind of because.
And not just that, but you should. That's not just that, but like if there's something you have a problem with, that's why you clarify ahead of time.
Oh.
And that's, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I was when I was there, I was telling Myra, I'm like, man, this motherfucker is really pissing me off. I'm ready to go in there and fucking deck his ass, or be like, get the fuck out of my way. Let me just, I'll take over.
I would
know?
have, I would have loved to see it. That would have made it an even more memorable wedding.
Yeah, but at the end of the night, like Junkyard came out a winner because he came out $20 richer that night.
Oh yeah, I did.
Why did you make some money?
I didn't because I didn't because I gave those $20 to the bartender,
Oh, okay.
so it went to a good cause.
So somebody made $20.
Yeah, the bartender made $20.
So the story of the $20 is that we're this is when they're serving the food. You know how they had the sliders.
Yeah.
So Junkyard doesn't eat tomatoes, and we were standing there. It was myself, my brother, Junkyard, his wife, and our friend Pancho.
Yeah.
And then his fiance. So for context, Pancho's fiance
Is a sweetheart of a girl.
She is. She's awesome.
She's a fucking beautiful sweetheart person.
She's great, and but she doesn't understand the dynamics of our friendship.
She doesn't.
So she kind of was. She was
was offended for me.
She was in for like a kind of like a culture shock. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" So
what is wrong with these people?
Yeah, he's not exaggerating. So so I see Junkyard like I guess you were talking to your wife, and he did something like I don't know like
I took the
he took the tomato out because obviously he doesn't like.
and I
tomato.
put it in a napkin and I handed it to her because I was trying to hold my beer.
Yeah. So what I see is like I was telling my brother, I was like, dude, did Junkyard like I know he doesn't like tomatoes, but did he just take the tomato out and make his wife hold it?
I was trying to hold my beer.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, bro,
she had free hands.
There's a garbage can like right there. Just throw it out. I'm like, and at first I'm like, well, maybe she really likes tomato. Like we're talking. I'm like, maybe she really likes it and she's gonna eat it. But no, the way she was holding it under her burger as to like, no, I'm gonna throw this away. I'm not eating this tomato. So I'm like, fuck this. So my brother was like, yeah. So my brother went over there and started talking shit to him, and then I started talking shit to him. I'm like, bro, just stop being a little bitch and just eat it. He's like, you're making your wife hold it, and then we're talking all this shit. And then I'm like, he's like, oh no, I don't know. You talk about last time you ate tomatoes or some shit, and I was like, come on, bro, like $5 right now, $5 if he eats a tomato or 10 or something. And he was thinking about it. He's like, oh well, I mean maybe. And then Pancho's fiance Ellie, he's like, make it 20. I was like, don't fucking advocate for him. He was going to do it for 10. And I was like, fuck. I mean, you already got, I'm like, fuck it, 20. So he's like, fuck it. So then Junker agrees to do it. He eats a tomato. I give him the $20. And instead of him taking a victory lap, like me and my brother proceed to bully him more for not standing his ground and being like, fuck you, I'm not eating this. For taking the 20. So for taking the 20, he's a sellout. So we proceeded to bully him for that. And then at this point, I remember Ellie was like, she like literally went to Junkyard and she's like with the most concerned voice. It's like, these are your friends? Like these people are your friends? And then Pancho was like, oh yeah, that you got to understand that this is just how you haven't been around them long enough to know how they are with each other, and this and that. And then she was just like in total like, what the fuck is going on?
I guess the only question is, how long was she to hold the tomato?
Just till I finished my burger.
She was to hold it till further notice, apparently.
No, it was till I was done.
Which makes no fucking sense because there were receptacles within,
Also, it was in a napkin, right?
Yeah, it was a napkin.
Why didn't you just leave it on the table?
I was standing up. We were standing up.
There was other tables. Like,
no, yeah, they were like those too far. She was like standing right next to me.
So he decided, so anyway.
Throw it over that you were outside,
and
right?
she had like
no,
other...
he was by the...
okay.
We were by the food, but like she had
a
other...
receptacle right there. Like,
no,
bro.
it wasn't like right there. It was like, it was by the elevator.
Bro, all you had to do was walk. Like, why would you do that to your wife? Like, oh, here, hold this tomato that I don't want to eat.
Just like you guys, our relationship is to talk shit to each other. Our relationship is that she holds my garbage.
Oh, okay.
You should have told her, like, put it in your...
Well, she does hold your dick, so yeah, you're right.
You should have like, put it in your clutch or like your purse or something.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I was like, I know he's not saving it for later. I can understand, like, hey, put these in your purse. Like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Take some of those, the macaroni nuggets. I would have taken some of those back to the room if I had a chance. Unfortunately, they ran out, but whatever. But yeah, so
she was also holding like she already had garbage in her hand, so I just added to it.
Was that something else that you didn't want to eat?
I think it was like a shrimp tail.
It was just funny.
She had a shrimp tail in her hand. So I was like, add this to the shrimp tail, then we'll throw it out after we're done.
I think it was just the way me and my brother saw it unfold. Like, we just see you like, make a face of tomato and then give it to your wife, and she's like, all right, I guess I'll hold this tomato for you that you're not gonna eat.
It was a napkin.
We're like, what the fuck is he doing? So we go over there, to defend Myra's honor, and then we get labeled as bullies. Man, I'm telling you, man, no good deed goes unpunished.
Did you tell her, like, sometimes people deserve it?
Oh yeah. And then, so then after, like, I forgot, you said something happened after that, and then she's like, oh, now I get it. Now I see why you guys are like that to him.
That was a good time.
That was an awesome time. Those macaroni nuggets, the chicky nuggies.
No, they were macaroni bites, right?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun did you guys have?
Like in total?
Yeah.
I had about, I would say 9.2. I think what would have made it a 10 is if
I mean, I know I didn't have like stormtroopers and Iron Man at my wedding,
Nah,
but Junkyard did.
Dude, that was
The entertainers in Vegas cost a little bit more than
Oh, yeah.
they do in Mexico.
no, that is true.
Well, everything in Mexico is more expensive now too.
Oh no!
My
Inflation's
my
everywhere.
sister-in-law was telling us how fucking everything's so goddamn expensive now.
No, I had a lot of fun. Like I had a great time. Like
I had a good time.
I think even the food was really good at Margaritaville. I think the one thing I didn't like was the chicken. Just like the chicken was a little bland.
I had 2 complaints. One, I didn't drink enough. That's on me. 2, they took my plate when I was eating salad because I walked in to see the speeches.
Oh,
And I left my plate of salad there.
yeah. No,
And then when I got back, it was gone. I'm like,
yeah,
"You motherfuckers."
because they saw you. They're like, this motherfucker doesn't look like he's
I
ever
was
had a
eating
salad in
it.
his life.
I was
He's
eating
like,
it.
they did you a favor, brother. Like
I
you know,
had-
they're like, you know what? Just don't even bother.
I had salad and,
like
and a little bit of chicken.
the
left.
guy knew. They're like, this isn't gonna help you.
Or they were like, he's just gonna end up making his wife hold this plate.
We're doing this for his wife.
And then I got back and it was gone. And then by then I was like, well, I don't want to go back and get some more.
I guess I'll eat a burger now.
So, but that's it.
It was a good time.
I had a good time.
One other thing that we did, because I don't want to take too much of this podcast for my wedding, is it was my father-in-law's birthday that weekend. I think it was Sunday. Yeah, so the day after my wedding, and we went. All of my wife and her family went on the Ferris wheel that they have there. That was actually pretty nice. The high roller Ferris wheel. It's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
And she my wife was pretty smart. She looked up to see if there was like any discounts they had. Turns out if you're a member of Caesar's Rewards, you could buy one ticket, get the other one free. So I think like for 2 tickets we paid $40.
So that reminds me of a life hack, because you mentioned like if you buy one you get one free. So what you do is you take a girl on a date, right? But if it's the first date, we're all about equality here. So then you go you ask your date like, hey, is it cool if you just pay for your own ticket? It's like, all right. So then she pays for her ticket, you get yours for free. Bam.
It's a good idea.
Follow me for more relationship advice.
I probably could have implemented that.
You could have told your wife like, "Hey, is it cool if you get your own? If you buy your ticket,
Yeah.
and then if she buys hers, like, oh, get one free."
I mean, it's a lot harder to leave me now.
It's true. Yep, definitely, it's double harder.
You gotta get lawyers involved now.
Now the law's gonna be involved, and there's fees. You don't want to go through that.
Also, the only other thing that I probably should have did. My wife was smart. She took Tuesday because we came back Monday night. She was smart. She took Tuesday off. I went to work Tuesday. And
Oh, bro, let me tell you. Like when we got back, I was so I left. So originally I was gonna leave Sunday, but then I thought about it. I'm like, that would not be smart because the wedding was gonna be Saturday. So I knew we are gonna like go all out Saturday, and then I'm like, I don't want to leave Sunday morning early as fuck because that's gonna be pointless. I'm like, well, let me just leave Sunday afternoon.
yeah,
But like, well, if I leave Sunday afternoon, I still gotta pay for the late checkout. Unless I check out at 11 and then have them hold my bags. I'm like, fuck it. So I just got the extra day, and I'm like, I'll just leave Monday, which actually better because it was cheaper to fly out Monday. So I flew out Monday because I work from home, remote Monday and Tuesday. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I get back Monday afternoon. I can, whatever, just decompress, and I work remote the next day. Well, apparently that was not the case. I had to go into the office at fucking 6 a.m. on Tuesday, and I was now
Why did they make you go in?
because we had this project going on, and we kind of fell behind. Well, we didn't fall behind, but the people in charge of the project fell behind. So, as a punishment, the whole department had to come in. So that was brutal. And so yeah, I had to go in Tuesday. And dude, when I tell you I was fucking dying, I was fucking dying. I was fine in Vegas. I mean, I was on autopilot. Everything was great. But once I got back to Chicago, the next day I was like,
well, because your body paid a price.
it did.
And on Tuesday,
There was a price to pay, and they came to collect. The piper came on Tuesday, and it's like, hey, there is a debt to be paid, and I'm here to collect in full. So that was rough, but no regrets, because if I had to do it all over, it was fucking great. I probably would have drank more. I would have just fucking, I'll die in
If
Vegas.
shit wasn't so fucking expensive, I would have drank more. But fucking everything's so damn expensive in Vegas.
I don't know, like, after a while, like if you drink enough, you just don't care how
Yeah.
expensive shit is. Because I remember when we got back from the all nighter, I don't know. So we pulled an all nighter, and then when we got back, I was like, oh man, I need to get some sleep because I gotta be at the cabana in a few hours, and like I was drunk, so I'm like, you know, let me hydrate. So I went to the bar. I'm like, oh, like maybe I should just get some water. So I don't know why I said vodka because the guy's like, what are you having? I'm like vodka water. I was like, fuck, I should have just said water. And I fuck it. So I and it was going on smooth. So I started drinking those like they were just regular water. So after like 3 or 4, I was like, all right, I really need to go back to my room. So I just went back to the room. I think I sat on the bed and I just knocked out. And then I woke up a few hours later and I went to the cabana, which was awesome. Cabana was fucking amazing.
It was.
Yeah, it was nice.
Played some beer pong.
It was a good idea by Mrs. Bernard.
The one thing I regret is I regret not going in the pool. I should have gone in the pool, but I think I was fine just drinking and
There's so
chilling
many
in the
people
sun.
for doing the pool. Personally, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not like being around that many people.
One day I had the realization that
I got me a nice tan.
I mean, I guess if you keep your head above water, that's fine. But I realized one day that the same water that you're swimming in is the same water that's touching somebody's butthole. So I don't want that anyway.
Yeah, but it's got chlorine. It's fine.
It's still butthole water.
You love butthole.
Certain. Not all. That's not a stranger.
All right, well, let's get to Tony's new segment. Tony's got a new segment.
Oh yeah, so I got a new segment.
It's like our old segment,
But new.
but new.
But new. So over Mother's Day weekend, we went to the bar. We met up with a few friends and Mrs. Bernard, and I forgot what I said. I said something, and then she's like, "What does that mean? What are you talking about?"
Oh, I know. You said,
I said
cap.
Did I say no cap?
Yeah,
yeah.
no cap.
I said no cap, and she's like, "What does that even mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, it means
No lie.
cap, no lie."
Oh,
So it didn't. It dawned. Then I realized like, oh, she's not.
she's internet illiterate.
She's a classy person.
She's
So she doesn't. She doesn't like.
would you say that she's a normie?
She is a normie. Oh, I also explained normcore to her, which is crazy. So yeah, she's a normie, but you know she's classy, so she's not gonna delve into the dark corners of the web with the undesirables. Like,
I also
like
think
like she doesn't have a 9gag account. You know?
I think she's also probably too busy to scroll through the internet
Yeah,
endlessly.
Yeah, yeah. She's too busy to go down rabbit holes. But anyway, I told her like she had an idea like it's like you should have a segment where you explain some of this shit because she works in education, so she interacts sometimes with the younger generation, the students, and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of what they're saying, or this is what this means. So I figured kind of like it's kind of like a spin-off of our old segment, which was the Urban Dictionary word of the day, but this is more like what the kids are using nowadays. And this is more of like a public service to the boomers out there, to the aging millennials, or AKA as they're being called now by the Zoomers, they're being called the ancestors.
The Zoomers. What the fuck is a Zoomer?
The kids that were like, that started high school during COVID.
Oh,
So there was like, all Zoom,
Yeah,
the Zoomers. So they don't know what the fuck the real world's about. And so I heard that term, and they were talking about, I think they were talking about, Walkmans, about the CDs. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
they used to have CDs, whatever. And then someone was like, I was like, yeah, well, what about the people that were around before when we had the cassette players? And then some kid was like, oh, you mean the ancestors? I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what that means now. So yeah, so for the ancestors. So we'll start with a basic one. No cap. So you all know what that means,
Yeah,
right?
no lie.
Cap means no lie. So when you're capping, means you're lying. So if you ever see like on the internet, someone's like post a bunch of cap emojis, means they're lying. So it was actually from 2017 by Atlanta-based rappers Young Thug and Future. They released a track called No Cap. So basically the rappers boast about all the swag and wealth that they have. Everything they've acquired, including clothes, cars, and jewelry. No cap. Means there's no cap on what they can acquire.
Oh, I gotcha.
No cap.
Right.
No lie.
No, gotcha.
That's where it fucking...
Right, but no cap. Yeah, there's no cap as to what they can spend.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
So it's funny because this saying kind of like, after it became popular, kind of like gained like, kind of got like a life of its own. And one of my favorite one of my favorite definitions of it came from the aforementioned 9gag, when it was like someone was talking about it, and they were talking about how it relates to hat fishing. You guys know what hat fishing is?
No.
You know what hat fishing
We
is?
talked about it the other day.
Yeah, I think we talked about it. So hat fishing.
Well, me and you did.
Oh yeah. So hat fishing is kind of like, you know what catfishing is, right?
Yeah.
So hat fishing is when a very attractive guy will post his pictures on a dating app, but in every picture he has a hat,
I got you.
and it's like, and the reason is because he's
He's
balding.
bald.
Yeah. So
That's how you used to.
exactly.
Be. Now you just wear hats for fun.
Nice for fun, but so basically, yeah. So that's why, like, they talked about, like, oh yeah, I met this guy, like from a dating app, but when I saw him without his hat, like, he was balding, so he was hat fishing. So that's where, like, no cap came, like, no lie,
Right.
because if you're capping, that means that you're hiding. You're
Right.
you're wearing a hat and whatever. So that was pretty funny. So another saying, you thought you ate. You ever heard that one?
I know what it is.
Thought you ate. You know what that?
I've never heard that one.
Thought you ate. Tell him.
So when somebody ate, that means they slayed.
Oh.
They did something impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you fail at something, when you try to do something and you fail miserably, you thought you ate.
It's like if somebody did something on the internet thinking they would get the seal of approval from the internet,
I thought they were flexing.
but
Right.
it turned out cringe.
I got
You
you.
thought you thought you ate.
I got you.
You thought you ate. When somebody thought they did something but they didn't. When their joke is lame or didn't give what was supposed to be gave.
Wait, what?
When the joke, when somebody thought they did something
Yeah.
but they didn't.
What was the gave
Their,
part?
hold on, their joke was lame, or they didn't give what was supposed to be gave.
Gave
Yeah.
as
You-
opposed to given?
Yup. No, you didn't give what was supposed to be gave.
What the fuck? That's not even proper English.
That's the fucking internet, bro. And then the other one is caught lacking.
Is that like caught
That's
slacking?
pretty
Yeah, that's self-explanatory.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. So basically, lack is a verb that means walking without any arm, that is a gun, or being unprotected. In general, it means something is missing in a particular situation. So when you get caught lacking, it means you're lacking your peace, caught snoozing. So basically, you don't want to get caught lacking by your ops.
Damn it! I was gonna say it.
What's the ops?
Ops.
Opposition, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was just about to say that. You can't get caught lacking by the ops.
Yep.
And you.
I'm not on the internet like you guys. I don't know.
Well, this is why.
The reason, like, so I know no cap because everybody says that now. You know.
But I know you're not on the internet. This is why I'm helping you, because I don't want you to fade into obscurity.
This is a perfect example of when you're at work and you're like, "What are you doing over there?"
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm
on
just-
fucking Reddit the whole day.
And I'm scrolling through my phone. This is what I'm doing. I'm learning.
Yeah.
He's learning because he's not gonna get caught. You can easily get caught lacking. Mamba, he ain't gonna get caught lacking. Not by the ops. He stays ready.
Maybe at work I'll get caught lacking.
Because remember, you ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready.
All right. Well, I guess that's our new segment.
Yeah, but
We'll get a soundbite for it next week.
you did all that, but you forgot the most important part. What the name of it?
What?
You don't remember the name of it?
Oh, yeah. So the name of the segment is called Internet Sherpa.
Yeah.
So I am your guide. I will
Guide
guide
to the-
you through the internet so that you don't fade into obscurity. So next week we'll
So
get
you are not caught lacking.
exactly. So now none of you will get caught lacking because now you know, no cap, all facts, no printer. That'll be next week.
All gas, no brakes.
All right. Let's get to our other semi-new segment. Am I the asshole? Right, guys? Everybody's.
Is another problem, innit? It's about me delivering 50 top-end cars because I said I would. Because if I don't, my South American friend goes somewhere else from now on, and that's not good. It's a humiliation. Because I'm the arsehole who said I could deliver. Am I an arsehole? Do I look like an arsehole?
Yeah.
All right. So am I the asshole for not getting my wife?
Side
any-
note: I think that can be shortened.
I
to,
will
like,
be. I just because
to
I had to
just like
I had to
look
re-
like an
the
asshole.
asshole.
Yeah,
I had to re-
Do I look like an ass?
I had to re-pull
and
it.
then the
That's why.
reply, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
right.
I had to
Okay,
bring
all right. Next week, guys.
But you did it on the fly. You did that.
Yeah, I
while
had
we were
to. I
talking.
literally had to do it right now because
So-
I did re-edit everything. I just don't know where I put it, but
All right.
whatever. That's neither here nor
Irregardless.
there. So, am I the asshole for not getting my wife anything on Mother's Day? I, a 34-year-old male,
It's not wife's day. It's Mother's Day. So it's the kid's job.
I, a 35-year-old male, did not buy or get anything for my wife on Mother's Day. Let me explain why. My wife and her friend planned a trip to the beach for 4 days, which fell on Mother's Day. So I thought to myself that since I'm watching the kids while she's gone,
That's
that
your
would
present.
count as a gift.
That's your gift.
Since she wouldn't be here to celebrate that day and would get home that night on Mother's Day. She gets home and realizes I didn't do anything for her and later tells me that she is upset and message was received loud and clear. I tried to explain my reasoning and thought process, but she didn't agree. So am I the asshole?
100%. I will tell you right now, whenever anyone says I'm watching the kids or I have to babysit, it's not fucking babysitting if it's your
kid.
kids. It's fucking parenting. So basically that should read like, so I thought to myself, since I'm parenting, that should count as like, no, that doesn't, the math ain't mathing. Now this bro, you fucked up. You done fucked up.
Momba, what say you? Mamba's got to look at his face like, is he really the asshole though?
I mean, she kind of abandoned her kids.
Ooh, for 4 days.
Well,
and
I'm
who
sure,
knows what
What was
did,
she up
but-
to those 4 days?
Yeah,
Right?
where was she?
but I'm sure she, they had, this was planned. It's not like she just took off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so she planned to abandon her kid. Does that
Yeah,
make it any
yeah,
better?
yeah. It was a planned abandonment.
Yeah. And she came back. She didn't like abandon him forever. She went out for some smokes.
Yeah, we back and we'll go to the cigarettes.
But that is a. So she wasn't. I guess he would be the asshole because she wasn't even there on Mother's Day. So that gave you extra time,
Right.
to plan something. Like you could have, even if you would have
Flowers.
got
fucking,
like shitty flowers waiting on the table for her to go
Yeah, or
home.
something. I mean, a card. I mean, I don't know. Fucking anything. Like I got. Well, obviously my son's too young to buy his mom anything, so I bought her 2 gifts. One a surprise gift and one she got to pick out.
Nice.
What'd you
You're right.
pick?
She wanted these like you saw probably see when you walk upstairs. It's like these like big like metal like jugs for like water. They're like vacuum sealed. I mean, I don't know, nothing special, but that's what she wanted. I
That's
don't
fine.
know.
What did you get her?
So for years, so her middle name is Guadalupe. So she's like, she likes La Virgen, the Guadalupe.
Okay.
So like for years she's been, she has a Pandora bracelet. She's been wanting a Pandora charm
Okay.
of La Virgen, and like I've looked for it for years since like we started dating. They only sell them in Mexico, and they only sell them like around that time when
Like the official Pandora one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could buy like the shit
You can
ones.
get- yeah,
but like
yeah.
I bought one time, I bought a shit one and they suck. They're
Nah.
trash. They like don't last. They start like falling apart. So like and the thing is like you can't, like if you buy it in Mexico, it has to be delivered in Mexico. Like it won't deliver to the U.S.
Really?
Yeah. So like I've like
The
every
fuck?
time and
So
and like
weird.
then they sell out so quick.
Yeah.
Because they're only so limited. They're like super limited. So like I've never been able to get my hands on one till I was in Mexico this last time a few months ago, and I saw it and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should order it now that I'm in Mexico. I could probably get it, but it wouldn't have gotten there in time because I was only there for like not even a week.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. So I came back, and when I got here, I checked, and it was available in the U.S.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh shit, let me fucking order it right away. It's sold out now, but I ordered it and
Oh, you able to
fucking-
get it?
I was
She
able to get it.
filed a complaint like,
And it was
Pandora,
actually-
do you not like making pesos?
And it was actually nicer than the previous ones I've seen, because usually the previous ones I've seen that they sold in Mexico were like, they were like little like medallions with like the image kind of like engraved or whatever the fuck they do with it.
Yeah.
In it, etched in, and they were all kind of like whack, to be quite honest. They're just, the nice thing was that there was the virgin, but like this one is like, it's like an actual virgin, like, and it's like a little dangly one, and it's like the actual
Yeah.
virgin, and it's got like these little like black obsidian things. You know how that she's got the
Can you just pull it up?
maybe, but it's I don't know, it's nice.
It'd be
I
better
enjoyed
if
it.
you just imagined it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to.
But your
but
imagination is gonna do a better
you're
job
not,
than what it really is.
You're not really selling me. That's why I'd rather just.
Neither is Pandora, so
Here we go, Virgin Mary term. This bad boy right here.
Oh,
that's the one you got?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
hey, look at you, junkyard.
So what did Alex get her?
This bad boy. Well, that's what he got her
That's what
technically.
you got her.
Yeah.
So you got. Oh yeah, you let her pick out. What
Yeah,
she
I let her
wanted,
pick out the
and
other
then
one.
Alex got her that. Okay, that's actually. I kind of like it. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
see,
a
it's
little.
got these
okay.
like black like here. Let me pull it up for the viewers.
Yeah.
You could just Google it, but
Maybe I could get that for my mom one year for Mother's Day.
no, it's I don't know. I thought it was nice, and it's like I said, she's been wanting it for a long time. So
Yeah, Junkyard, you really make everybody else look bad.
No, this is he's not. This is like something he had to do to apologize for making his wife hold his fucking tomato.
but anyway, yeah, that's it. So that's what I got her.
Just remember,
liked it.
whenever Junkyard does something like, oh, that's really nice. No, he fucked up somehow, some way.
It's penance
And
for something
exactly, it's penance. It is penance.
So anyway, so I got her that. Like I said, she wanted those like stainless steel like mug things, jugs or whatever the fuck you want to call them. So yeah, that was Mother's Day. What'd you get your mom, Momba?
I haven't even seen her. I asked her if she was off. She was working.
What'd you get your mom, Tony?
Took her out to eat.
Oh, nice. Where'd you go?
So we were gonna go to this restaurant by my house. It used to be called Lobo del Mar. It's like a seafood place,
yeah.
but now it's called something else. It's
That
called
used to be at Guadalajara.
exactly. Oh, the Guad,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Oh, foof. Okay, another story for another time. But we used to, man, that
Had a
place,
great time.
Oh, anyway,
Chef's kiss.
yes. So, so yeah, we went there.
What's it called now?
It's called La Calavera.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they have like sugar skulls and
Is it
shit.
good?
I wouldn't know because when we went there,
Oh.
they're like, oh, we're only taking reservations.
Oh,
So I'm like, yeah, I get it. You know, it's Mother's Day and we didn't make reservations. So
Did you say like, sir, this is Cicero?
yeah, I was like, bro, come on.
who
Like,
do you think-
I see about 12 empty tables. But anyway, we're not gonna argue with the guy. Like, whatever.
you
So
should have busted out a lot of cash and be like, "Here's my reservation."
No,
I
we
would
don't.
have been like, it's not like you're in fucking downtown.
I know.
You're,
It's like-
you're in Cermak.
you're on Cermak and fucking 20
Loomis,
seconds.
right?
Like, bro, like seriously, like you're right across the street from a McDonald's. Like, relax. So, so we went to this other place called El Antiguo, I think, which I don't know, and that's in Chicago. I mean, it wasn't the nicest neighborhood, I would say. But I've never been there. My sister has, so or no, she hadn't been there either. I don't know how she heard about it. So we ended up going there, and it was cool because like that one was like, yeah, they just said, yeah, there's tables. So we went there, and we're like, man, like there's like not a lot of people. Like maybe the food sucks. Like fuck. Like all right, whatever. We're already here. Food was actually really good. I was like, damn, this is actually really good food. So we were there and we had food and we were taking shots and drinks. We met the owner. She's really nice. She was telling us about like, oh yeah, they because we got there like around, it was like around 2:00. So it was like an early dinner, lunch, whatever you want to call it. They're like, oh yeah, there's usually, they have a stage there. They're like, oh, there's usually like live music after like 6 p.m. or something. You guys should come back, whatever. Yeah, she was super nice. So anyway, yeah, so that's what we did for Mother's Day. And then we went back to my house and my sister and my dad proceeded to get,
Shit faced.
yeah,
Nice.
Yes.
Why didn't you join them?
because I'm not about that life anymore.
You just got back from Vegas. What are you talking about?
You're still recovering.
I'm still in fucking recovery mode. No, I actually I started watching The Sopranos. It's a good ass show.
Oh, speaking of
I've
Sopranos,
never seen it,
I've never watched it actually either.
so I just
I hear
started
it's
watching.
good.
I just started. I am on episode 3 of season 1.
I
No spoilers.
I've never watched it. I wouldn't be able to spoil it. I just know how it ends because everybody talked about it.
Yeah, I know how it ends too. But as one of my great friends says, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
But I took your advice and started watching Beef.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Is it-
it's
what'd
a
you
really
think?
good show.
Is it a
No,
good
I'm not
show?
done. I'm not done watching. I'm
What do you think so far?
episode 6 or 7.
Okay.
So I'm almost done. I'm close to being to the end. It's really fucking good. I'm really enjoying it, but people are just assholes.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole show's
The
about
one thing about that
assholes.
show is, like, and one of the things I really like about it is, and there I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 other shows with this certain dichotomy that there's no fucking protagonist. Like there's
nobody's redeemable.
everyone fucking sucks. Like
There's-
they're all shitty, but
Yeah.
but it's so good. Like you guys ever heard of the show Succession?
I have heard of it.
Right.
That is a fantastic fucking
It's really
show.
it's also an internet show now, isn't it? Like everybody talks about it.
What do
Yeah,
you do?
but I've been watching it since season. They're I think
They're on the final season. Right?
yeah. So it's 4 seasons. They're on 4th, and this is supposed to be the final one, which is good because they're not gonna drag it out.
Yeah.
But man, it is fantastic. Because I used to be a really big fan of this show called Billions. That's with Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a really, really good show. It was on Showtime. Like, that show was fucking great. But I think it kind of fell off towards the end because one of the main actors left the show.
That redhead dude.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because his wife.
The dude from Homeland.
Yeah, I think it's from Homeland because his wife passed away,
Oh,
and
shit.
she's also the mom in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, that old. No, yeah, she was older later, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she passed away, which also affected Peaky Blinders because she was
Yeah.
one of the main characters
Oh
there.
shit.
And Polly was in Peaky Blinders, so she passed away. She was married to him, so he left the show. Like after that happened, and it was right when they had just finished one of the seasons. They were supposed to do the next one, so he wasn't in it. But it was still a really good show. But Succession, if you guys have not seen Succession, and that theme song fucking slaps.
It's on my list.
It fucking slaps. So Succession, you heard it here first. Fucking great show. But yeah, Beef also great.
Yeah, Beef is really good. You guys check it out. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
Oh, hold on. We didn't do grapes. What the fuck? Do you guys have any grapes?
So I'll save mine for next week because it's a really long one.
Okay, what about you?
I have a quick gripe.
All right, hold on.
I don't know if I said it before.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Really quickly. I hate TikTok, but for different reasons. I hate that TikTok will do anything it can to make you download the app.
Oh yeah, it's fucking terrible. People send me TikTok, but I don't.
It really
It's hard, yeah.
It really limits most other social media things you could open up in a browser. Like if somebody sends you a link to a video, you'd open up in a browser and watch it or whatever. TikTok will go out of its way to it'll pop up the app store to download it each time. And I refuse.
So can I tell you something I love about TikTok to counter that? What I love about TikTok is that it is so easy to share with people that don't have TikTok. Not direct links. I know what you're saying, but it is one of the only app that I know that you can watch a video. You can just download the video. You can just download it and then just send it as a video,
I
to
didn't know
whoever.
you, I didn't know
Oh,
you
you don't
could-
have to. You don't actually have to send the link.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why whenever I see something hilarious, I know most of you guys don't have it. So whenever I post it in the Signal in the group chat, that's just a video that I downloaded it and I just post it and I just send it to you guys.
Then why does my wife always send me these stupid fucking links?
Because
You
she
don't-
probably doesn't know how to.
She
do
doesn't
it.
know how. All you got to
Either
do.
that or somebody sent it to her and she's just forwarding
she's
it
just
to you.
forwarding it. But I do that all the time to people that I know don't have it, and that's the only app because Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, you have to send a link. There's no ifs, and it's just shit. And I don't like it.
And especially if it turns out that the account is because there's times where it's public to you to view, and then
Or
you send
yeah.
to somebody and it's signed in. And
So
it's what the fuck?
So you know what's because so what I would do is because I would always want to share these hilarious videos that were on Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels. So I'm like fuck. So I go to this website or this site that I have bookmarked on my phone where you just paste the link and
Do
it
you
gives
just rip it?
and I rip it. But that's kind of annoying because it's an extra step. I got to go here.
Yeah.
So it's got to be really, really worth it. So now what I do is if I see something hilarious, I just try to find that same video and 9 times out of 10,
TikTok.
it's on TikTok and I can just download it directly from there. And I just send it, I share it as a regular video without having to send a link.
Really quickly, because I know we'll fucking go on a tangent. But my wife, she now uses TikTok as a search engine.
Yes.
Wait,
you
what?
also do that?
Why? Oh, for videos or just in general?
Anything. People do that now.
What the fuck? Why?
Because it's just so ingrained into everything.
So
up
if they
to
want
date.
to learn something, you just type it in, what blah blah blah, and then there's
But there's videos of it. But why watch a video when you can just quickly read
I don't know
Because-
You-
because-
I'm just asking.
you just
I don't
answered your
understand it.
question.
I'm telling you because if you type say you want to learn how to do something, there's a TikTok about it, and you could search and you could see it, and it's recent because most people are using it in real time.
No, I know. But I'm saying, what if it's just a fact? I don't know.
Also, you just
But I'm saying, say you want to learn how to, because the thing is, you can learn how, let's say I want to learn how to do something on the computer. I want to learn how to do this or how to do something, whatever it is. You can go on YouTube, but then you can get a bunch of those here's 3 ads before the video starts, and here's this guy talking about for 5 minutes because he needs the video to be a certain length for it to be worth Like TikTok, it's bam, in and out. 60 seconds is what you need to know. Have at it. Here's the information.
Also, I kind of think you answered your own question. You said, why would people rather watch a video as opposed to reading something?
Well, no, yeah, but I mean, like sometimes you could read something in like literally like not even a few seconds more. I mean, the video is going to take longer than that. What it's going to take you to
The
read
video
it.
is going to take like 2 minutes.
And
That's what I'm saying. And I could probably read it in less than 2 minutes.
I've seen you read. You're not.
You're asking people to read.
Yeah, no one's gonna. If anyone, you give anyone the option, hey, would you rather read
Especially if it's something quick
or
like,
have exact? Doesn't matter how
You
quick
make
it is.
it. You make sense to me, Junkyard. I get it.
Like it's like if, for example, I don't know, how tall is Drew Barrymore? Like I'm just gonna Google that shit like real quick. Okay, she's
Or-
5'8".
Or you could put, and then you could see her like how tall is she? They'll
Why the
tell you how tall she is.
fuck do I care?
And they'll show you pictures, and they'll have a video of her side by side with other shit.
Why the fuck would I want
and-
that
and
bullshit?
and it'll have a banging soundtrack that you could like. Oh, there's a cool song. Let me download that song. I kid you not. Like if it weren't for TikTok, I wouldn't know what the fuck cool music is. Like current music is, because every time I go, I'm like, oh, that's some video of some dude like running down the street. But man, that song. What song is that? And I look it up like, oh, that's a cool song. I want it on my playlist.
Like funk music?
Yeah.
Like that Russian.
Funk.
Yeah,
Funk. PHONK.
Yeah.
You heard of funk? Look. No, we don't want to get DC.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, next week.
All right.
Next week.
Let's get to our.
And then I'll get my grab next week because it's a long one.
Let's get to our question.
Am I an arsehole? Do I look
Oh.
like an arsehole?
That's not the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, now you found the short one. Good.
Well, I had it. I just had to
Oh.
look for it. I had to
You just
download
wanted
it.
to
now
show
you
it off?
now
I
you
gotta show it off.
Now you
I
found
see.
it.
I did it. Like the work was done. I just needed to actually like find where it was
Okay,
at.
we believed you, okay?
No, you don't. No, you didn't.
No one was like denying you did it.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
My boyfriend just asked to open our relationship. What do I do? Dear Tony and Mom, I'm a 32-year-old woman who has been with my boyfriend, David, 35, for a little over a year. We've always had a great connection, and I thought we were on the same page about our relationship. However, recently, my boyfriend dropped a bombshell on me. He told me that he's polyamorous and wants to have an open relationship. I was completely caught off guard.
That's code for I'm trying to fuck.
Yep. And I don't know how to feel about it. On the one hand, I want to support my boyfriend, especially if he's genuinely if it's genuinely part of who he is.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I'm struggling with feelings of inadequacy and fear of losing him. I can't help but wonder if this means that he's not satisfied with our relationship or if he doesn't love me enough. I feel like I'm not enough for him and that he needs more than what I can offer. I also worry about how this will affect our connection and whether we can maintain the closeness we currently have. I try to be understanding and supportive of his feelings, and I understand that everyone has different needs when it comes to relationships. However, the more I think about it, the more anxious and insecure I feel. I can't shake the feeling that my boyfriend wants something more than what I can give him. I worry that he's already cheating on me or he has someone else in mind, even though he's never given me any reason to mistrust him. I know that it's irrational. He's never been 10 minutes late without texting me first, but I can't get that fear out of my head. I know he's attracted to other people, and I'm afraid that I won't be able to meet his needs and keep it interested. Overall, I'm feeling lost and unsure about what to do. How can I handle this request from my boyfriend and still feel secure in our relationship? How can I learn more about polyamory and open relationships and decide if it's something I want to explore? Any advice you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time. Poly Blindsided. That's a good one.
I don't believe that this is a part of who he is. I think he's just trying to fuck. Because I think if it really was a part of him, if he really like, he would have
Done it from the beginning.
Done it from the beginning, like, hey, I really like you. This is getting serious. But just so you know, but now after a year of being together, and who knows how long they've known each other before that, it's like, hey, yeah, by the way, no, you're not. You're not, guy. You're not. You're any amorous, which means you're just trying to take anything you can get outside of your relationship. But yeah, I'm speaking from someone who is polyamorous, so I would know if it is a part of you.
I think you're just trying to fuck too.
Aren't we all? Yeah. So yeah, he's just trying to like
Get his beak wet.
trying to get his beak wet. So if she does, I don't know. I think that if she does open it, if she does go with it, he's gonna fucking regret it because I'm guessing he probably already has someone in mind, or if he's not already cheating on her, but he wants to like be more open about it. But as soon as if she agrees, like, all right, cool, I guess we'll we'll do whatever. Like, women have no problem finding dudes. So if she says yes, I'll open it. By tomorrow, she's gonna have
What if she?
another guy.
What if
and
he's
then-
okay with that?
Yeah,
Well, maybe she'll meet somebody great.
Maybe.
I don't know. Either way, if let's say she does meet someone great, then this relationship is doomed. This relationship is just not gonna work. If she feels this way about it, it's not gonna work.
From my experience, so there was this girl I was dating, and then one day I prayed that she would break up with me just because I didn't want to break up with her, and then she was like, "Hey, I think we should take a break." I was like, "Cool, great," because I was hoping that it'd be a permanent break, and then I found out that during their break, she was talking to some other dude and trying to get it in with him, and I have never loved her more than that. I wanted her back yeah,
ASAP?
so badly. Yeah, just knowing that some other dude could get his paws on her. I was like, I need you back.
Did you get her back?
Yeah.
And then you broke up with her again after you
Well,
realized.
clearly it didn't work out.
Yeah.
No,
clearly-
then I married her.
Yeah, then we got back together and it wasn't the same. And then, yeah, it flamed out after that. But yeah, for that brief period, I was like when we broke up again, and because she wanted to, she was talking to some other dude, and I think that's the only time that I really wanted to be with her when I found out that she was interested in some other dude. When things were going good, I was like, please, I was like, end this now. But it wasn't until some other guy was interested. That's when I was. So that might be the same thing with her.
Maybe.
It could happen. You never know what you got till it's gone. Right?
Would you ever have an open relationship with?
Hell, I don't want anybody's mitts on her. And also,
even if you get to go fuck other girls.
yeah, but I'm 35 now. I have no interest.
What if these girls falling all over you, fawning over you?
But you have to spend time with them.
No, what if they're just down the fuck? DTF.
I still have to
That's unlikely.
That's true. That is unlikely. But also, you still to have intercourse, you still have to spend time with them.
Yeah,
It's not like
I'm not saying unlikely because Mama can't get. I'm saying it's unlikely because, generally speaking, women don't just unless you're like a top Chad. You're not getting anything.
It's not like I'm 21 again, and I'd go out at 3 a.m. to the other side of the city to get it in. Now it's like, if it's not being presented to me, I don't want anything to do with it. So yeah, polyamory. I mean, I think it works for some people.
I don't think it does.
I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet, almost 8 billion. Some people, it could work for some people.
Yeah, it works for people that are billionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
It works for them.
But me personally, I would not.
But for the normies, nope.
I could not come home to my significant other and how did your date go?
And she's like, oh, I sucked some peen.
Great.
And you're like, oh, me too.
He ate my ass so good.
Yeah, let me get a smooch on the lips. No thanks.
Just what was that one article about the OnlyFans that OnlyFans girl who her boyfriend broke up with her.
Oh, because of her OnlyFans, yeah.
Because he didn't want to, or she broke up with him, or they ended up breaking up because he didn't want to kiss her after she got home from work.
Yeah,
it's yeah. What the? I mean,
I read a Vice article. I think it was a Vice article, but it was about
that doesn't matter. They're going on. They're bankrupt.
Yeah. But this was when they were interesting. It was porn stars dating. It was interviewing him about it, and this one girl was saying how her relationship didn't work out because she would come home and she didn't want to get it in because she
was getting in it all day.
And she probably got injured during it. She took a penis.
She took some massive peen.
Yeah, so she was like, I can't really do it. My vagina has been tore up. So
by some other.
And the guy was
dude.
like, "All right, I gotta."
So he's just sitting there, dick in hand.
Like, oh fuck, now what?
No, I don't think it'll work.
What about you, Tony? Would you ever be in an open relationship?
I would like only if I'm in the open part of it. She has to be closed.
Oh, double standard. I like that. That's a good idea.
Only if it's a double stand. No, I don't think I could. I'm too
Traditional.
no. What's the other word? I'm too jealous.
I was gonna say that. I was too territorial.
Yeah, I'm too jealous. Yeah.
I don't want
I like that better. I'm too territorial. That sounds better than I get jelly.
I don't want you sniffing around.
Yeah. And I only say that because like if I were to present the idea and let's say she would go for it, like she would have like 10 dudes lined up, and like I could say, oh yeah, open relationship, but yeah, what the fuck? I'm not gonna find anyone. Like it's hard enough to find a person. You think I'm gonna find someone else?
Right.
Like while I'm with someone? Yeah, no, that math ain't mathing for me.
I feel like I could do it if like I didn't give a fuck about the other person.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was just some girl I was like dating and I was like, like I could break up if she breaks up with me, like whatever, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and then she's like, oh, you want to go fuck another guy? All right, as long as I get to fuck somebody else, whatever.
What if your wife?
No, if it's my wife, she can't touch it.
Okay, I'm not talking about polyamory. But what if your significant other or your wife was into swinging?
No, I couldn't do that.
That's not
That's the same thing,
not your
no.
jam. But it's no commitment. It's just like
Yeah, no. No, I couldn't do that. Like I said, if it was like somebody I didn't give a fuck about,
I don't know. I saw some pineapples decorations around
did.
the house.
is that a swinging thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
why
know
you
that.
need the internet Sherpa.
Yeah.
You don't know what the pineapple
Yeah,
is?
I don't know what the
I think it's upside
I
down.
thought
pineapple.
Yeah.
I thought there were flamingos.
No, it's pineapple. So basically, if you go like on a cruise, like one of those whatever, like if people leave upside down pineapples like outside their door, that means that they're down.
No, but I
down
heard
to
like
swing.
if you have flamingos outside your house, that you're
I mean, that could be it too.
I haven't heard the
you're a swinger.
might be, but I haven't heard the flamingo. I've only heard the pineapples.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyway, all right.
You got any pineapples, Mambo?
Yeah, but they're not upside down. They're standing straight up, stem up.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next. Oh, so we were gone for 3 weeks, so we got to be at least back for 2 weeks because we'll be gone for another 2 weeks after next
All right,
week.
because you're going to Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico, so
All right, so we'll be
we're
back next
We're
week.
this week, next week, and then we'll be gone for
Unless-
2 weeks.
Do you think we could be consistent for another week?
I mean, unless Junker gets the sniffles, because I'm down.
All right, we'll
Or
try.
his sister, his son takes over the house again?
That's true.
Hold on. Well, I gotta see. Well, actually, okay. The thing, the thing about it is like my niece is coming for the weekend. She's gonna stay here, like here where we're sitting. So I think she leaves on Sunday. If she leaves on Sunday, we're Gucci. If she leaves on Monday,
Then we're fucked. All right,
maybe.
well,
we'll see. We'll see. I'll get back to you, but most likely we'll be back.
We'll either see you next week or in 4 weeks.
3.
So next week or in a month. One or the other. So leave us your comments, questions,
Yeah.
concerns.
These episodes are coming bi-monthly. now.
Did we get anything from Hooded Dude?
I was gonna
Oh
say,
shit! I didn't look. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a
Bro, you almost
dude,
he paid good money.
I'm gonna
for
be
these,
honest. I was super unprepared for this. Like I know we
Clearly.
talked about it, and we were gonna do it, but like
like you had like a month to prepare. You did know that, right?
yeah, I know, man. But you know, I live by the seat of my pants.
That's not true.
I fly by the seat of my pants, baby. I don't. I can't be like.
Your pants are nicely pressed, and you leave them on your bed the night before work.
And you wear them higher than normal.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Oh, yep. We definitely have a comment. Of course, Junkyard won't run. He's got no spine. From Hooded Dude.
Worth it. That was worth.
That's it. That was the only thing we got.
Nice. Hooded Dude does not disappoint.
I like how he's more consistent than us.
Yep, that is true. I think most people are more consistent than us. Oh, look, Joey McIntyre wants to be friends with me on Facebook.
I don't know who that is.
Better accept.
The guy from New Kids on the Pod, or New Kids on the Pod, New Kids on the Block.
Oh, because he wants to take us down.
I guess probably.
He's trying to infiltrate.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter, and at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, fucking everywhere. YouTube,
Deezer.
and yeah, all right. Oh, shoot us an email, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail. What's our number again?
It ain't 773 NKOTP, right?
No, it's not. It's 413-29 NKOTP.
413. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, we fell off hard, dude. we used to have a 773 number. Like it was legit. Now
It wasn't
like
773. It was 443.
now. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh man, we were never legit then.
Hey, go visit us at NKOTP.pro.
Oh god, fuck, bro. We fell off hard, dude. We used to be .com. Now we're fucking pro.
Because we're professionals. We're pro. We stepped up. That's what
I
it
don't
says.
know, man. It's a hard sell, man. It's a hard sell.
All right. Anyway, all right. We will try to be back next week. Mamba, yeah, anything? A world full of...
In a world full of polyamorisms, protect your property.
That's right. Protect your property.
Don't get caught lacking.
Don't get caught lacking by the ops.
No cap.
All right, guys. We will hopefully check you out next week. If not, in a couple weeks, kissies on your dickie.